I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. The holidays are upon us, which means it's that time of year where you're either planning to get stuff or planning to give stuff. Sometimes you can find the perfect gift and give the perfect gift. Other times you get something that maybe you don't know what to do with it. Barb knows the feeling all too well. Her job deals with all the stuff people don't know what to do with.
Okay, my name is Barb Montler, and I'm president of the board of Scrap for Art. It's an organization that tries to recycle goods that are donated from households and businesses and keep them out of landfills. And we sell them to teachers and Girl Scout leaders and artists and crafters in the community that repurpose them for arts and crafts projects.
Scrap for Art is a cute little store. It's well organized, but as Barb will mention, there is a lot of stuff within the building. We started our interview with a tour, actually, so I was able to see every nook and cranny filled with, well, Barb can tell you.
Okay, so as you come in the front door, on the left is all of our paper and scrapbooking, stamping. And on the right is all of our yarn. And then in this area, we have all kinds of beading, beads, and beading supplies. Okay, then in this area we have all kinds of greeting cards and buttons and fasteners and elastic and binding, all kinds of fabric. We have a lot of quilters that come in. And then we have a floral area with greenery and silk flowers and that sort of thing. Samples, like laminate samples, and then we have kids' craft supplies, pencils, crayons.
The list goes on.
Corks.
And you may think that most of these objects are secondhand, but actually a majority of the items donated to Scrap for Art are brand new, still in their packages.
People buy things on the spur of the minute. They think they're going to use it or they like it, and then they're like, nope, not going to use it. So I will show you our garage, and you will be overwhelmed.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow, it's packed.
It's packed. And this is where we just keep going in and taking stuff out as it leaves. So,
wow, that's crazy.
I know.
Scrap for Art has so many items in their garage and in the store that they actually are not accepting donations unless you email Scrap for Art first, because they simply don't have room for it. And with over 2,000 landfills currently open in the United States, we're running out of room as well. But not all of these items were donated because a consumer bought too much too fast. Some were well-loved objects, a part of a person's home.
We often get donations from people who are cleaning out houses of people who have passed away. And you can tell that they have treasured things and saved things, and especially sewing items. Sometimes you can tell it's been an elderly, probably woman who has saved every little button and every little, snap. And, I don't think, the younger generation would have done that, but you can tell. And, the family is like, we really just couldn't throw this away. And so it does sometimes it gets a little poignant.
But that's what makes Scrap for Art so important to Barb. You can take an object that was once well-loved and recycle it, giving it a new purpose, passing it on for the next person to love.
And we have artists that come in and share their creations with us, and some of them are amazing. One of the women on our board makes these really gorgeous pendants and pins from zippers. She takes them out of old jeans and slices them down to just the teeth, and puts those all together, sews those all together into gorgeous jewelry. So it's really fun to see what people create, from what they've found here. And they like to come in and share.
There is a small, loyal, creative community that continues to shop at Scrap for Art. But that's part of the problem. It's small, very small.
Yes, we are doing better now. But last summer, we were on the brink of really thinking maybe we were going to have to close the organization because we just weren't paying our bills. And that's when we changed our hours and did some things and had some fundraisers. And so between the GoFundMe and some generous donations and a couple successful fundraisers, we were able to save the organization and with the change in our hours, we are really almost paying our expenses entirely by sales, which it's taken 10 years.
Scrap for Art changed their hours from weekdays to the first and third Saturday of every month and the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. These changes effectively saved Scrap for Art, which gives Barb a positive outlook for the future.
Well, that's a good question. We're going to be doing some strategic planning after the first of the year because we just don't know. We don't want to try to expand too quickly and get ourselves in financial difficulty again. So it's really a question of can we do that? We do have hopes that we can maybe grow, but we're going to be cautious.
I'm Haley Taylor, and thanks for listening to this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries.